Hi guys, welcome back to a new video on the channel. Now today, the title of this video has probably surprised a few of you. I thought, well, as the football season has pretty much finished apart from the playoffs, let's have a bit of a laugh. And I thought I'd do my League 1 and League 2 league predictions early. Now, I know that sounds nuts and it sounds crazy, and you know, I'm probably going to do this video again closer to the start of the new season, but I thought, you know, there's not a lot of content that people can put out, so I thought, you know what, I'm working on a kits video, but let's have a bit of fun, a little bit of a laugh, and do League 1 and League 2. Now with League 2, of course, I know the National League playoff final has not finished yet, so I have included both Harrogate and Notts County into the league table to at least, you know, if whichever one goes up, it's there. League 1, we know all the teams that are going to be playing in League 1 next season, so I have done a League 1 table. I'm going to stick with this one. I actually like it. It's a little bit risky. There will be some controversial places, but as we always say with these prediction videos, it's just an opinion. I'm not saying it's going to happen. The likelihood of getting one or two of the positions correct is by fluke. None of us can see the future, otherwise we'd have put all of our life savings on the league finishing exactly how it did and be multi-millionaires. So apologies already if any of you are offended with where your team is predicted. Obviously I like to have a sort of interaction with you guys, so let me know in the comments if you guys have got an early idea of where you think your team will finish. I will do a championship table as well, not getting out of that one. I will do that as soon as the playoff final is announced, or even maybe before. You know, we'll have a look. We'll see what you guys say in the comments. So let me know, do you want one before the playoff final or after? So let's get into League 1. Now, I am hoping to get, like I said, a new software that allows me to put badges and teams and stuff on the screen for you guys. But what I will do at the end of the video is I will put the full table up that I've predicted anyway, so if you have missed any of the teams that I've mentioned, or it's difficult to follow because obviously you can't see the pictures, then of course I will do that. Then the next video I do, hopefully, like I say, going forward, I appreciate you guys sticking with me, because I can imagine staring at a screen with me is not the greatest thing in the world, so I will try and get some more editing tools is what I'm looking for, to make these videos a little bit more eye-catching rather than just me, you and a camera. So let's start at the top of League 1. So who do I think is going to be champions of League 1? Well, I've gone with Peterborough United. Now that already is going to cause a lot of controversy with the other 23 teams, but I just thought to myself, and with Peterborough, they've got such a good squad and such a good set of talented players. They only just missed out on the playoffs, and let's not get into it too much, but controversially with the points per game. So the league table didn't really show a true reflection, in a sense, of the team's seasons. So it was very difficult to predict, but I do believe that Peterborough might have enough. They're my outside shout for the title, and that's why I've gone with them. But it's only my opinion. Second place I've given to Portsmouth. Now again, it can be quite controversial because I haven't used the words Ipswich or Sunderland yet. I had a look at the last season with the way that Portsmouth were playing, and I just felt that, again, you know, when the crowds are back, when the fans are allowed to be back in the stadium, they really get behind them. It's a really good club, and I do think that they'll go one step further next season. Now there is rumours, and I'll say that word rumours, that Rowan Curtis could be signing for Reading. There's been no confirmation of it from our end. It's only ever been, you know, those sort of news team people put they're linked with this player and that, but it's the summer, it's going to happen. So at the moment, Rowan Curtis is staying at Portsmouth, but obviously that could change come the end of the season. That could possibly change where I see them finishing, depending on who else they lose. And that's the other reason this video is more of a laugh, because no transfers have been made in or out, so we can't get a true reflection. But I just wanted you guys to have some content in the meantime. So in third, that's where I bring in Ipswich Town. I think that Ipswich will be there or thereabouts next season. I think the first season in League 1 is always difficult. You've got to, you know, they've gone from playing big sides in the Championship to playing, you know, lesser teams in League 1 with respect. And it's a bit of a culture shock to them, going places like Accrington, going away to Lincoln, going away to MK Dons, and it's tough. So I think they're going to do a lot better next season, and they could well finish. Like I said, they could well win the league, finish second. These are just predictions, but I've gone with third to be fair. In fourth, I just get my pad down. In fourth, I've gone with Charlton. Now, Charlton were unfortunately relegated on the last day of the Championship season. It was very harsh for them. They had a really, really strong start, but then they filtered off in the second part of the season. To be brutally honest, I think that they're going to strengthen in the summer. They may lose Lyle Taylor, but I think they're going to strengthen anyway. And I think they'll be a force in League One. I don't think they're certainly not going to be the whipping boys or anything like that. I think they will hold their own. And I can see them making a challenge for the top two, but I think they might just finish outside. Fifth, I've got one of the promoted teams, Northampton Town. Now, this might sound crazy, but I think with Northampton, they showed in League Two that they could really hold their own. They did fantastically well. They only just missed out on promotion because of FFP, but they've done really well themselves. And I actually think they'll give it a good go in League One. I don't think it's going to be an easy place to go to Northampton. They're a tough side to play away from home, and when they go away, when they come to your ground, they're going to be tough to play as well. So I think Northampton are going to be a surprise package next season, and that's why I've got them in fifth. So in sixth, and that will be the final playoff spot, I've gone with Sunderland. I think that maybe Sunderland will invest. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. There's a little bit of turmoil in the camps at the moment, but I've got to be honest about my opinion. Again, it might be wrong. I'm not saying it won't be, but that's where I've gone with Sunderland. So into seventh, and I've got Oxford United. Now, I think Oxford, they bless them. They did try really hard. There's no patronising here. They've done really well to get to the playoff final, and they were only just beaten by Wycombe. It was a very close final. And I think that they're going to be hurting from that. There's going to be wounds. They're going to lose a lot of players. They're going to sign some players. Again, involving Reading, Rob Dickey's been linked with a move to Berkshire. Again, we don't know the truth behind this. Oxford fans in the comments, if you can nicely let me know the latest on that. But no, I think they're going to have a good season. Like I said, I'm not sitting here to be horrible. I think they will have a good season. But I can see them finishing in seventh. Eighth place, I've got Blackpool. Blackpool had a bit of a funny season last year. They were one of the early favourites, I think, to do pretty well. I'm just going to have a quick look at... They were 13th last season. So, in the end, it probably wasn't the best season for them. But I think that, again, like most teams, they'll recruit well. They're a decent side to play against. And obviously the fans are now back in the stadium, so that'll give them a much better boost next season. Moving on to ninth, and that's where I've got Hull City. I think Hull have had a really tough season in the Championship. It's one that the Hull fans will want to forget. They're a decent side. They've got a beautiful stadium. They've got a really strong fan base, and I do think they will do well. I think they'll definitely compete. I think I know I've got them to finish in ninth, but there's a lot of decent sides in League One. But that could be one of the ones I get drastically wrong, and they could probably go and romp the league, and everyone's laughing at me. And that's fine. That's what we do predictions for. I've got to do the Championship review of last night's game with Swansea and Brentford. I'm going to get hounded for that, as I was very wrong. So it's all good fun, guys. It's what predictions are about. And I shrug my shoulders like that, but that's the idea. It's all a bit of a laugh, really. And just gives you guys something different to watch. So 10th, I've got Fleetwood Town. Now, Fleetwood did very well last season. Obviously got themselves to the playoffs. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get to the final, but Joey Barton's done, for whatever you say about Joey Barton, he's done a cracking job there as their manager, and I think they've had an unfortunate season for them. But the great thing is, I think next season will be a lot better for them. But I am predicting them to finish in 10th. So on to 11th place, and that's where I've got Crewe Alexandra. I think Crewe, they've come up from League Two. They did very well there last year. And I think they're going to have a strong season in League One. I think that they're a good side. I'm not sure if they'll challenge for the top places. No disrespect. I personally don't think they will. Probably prove me wrong now and do it. but they are a good side, and they'll do more than enough to stay up in that division. Into 12th, and I've got Bristol Rovers. I think Bristol Rovers slightly overachieved last season. I know they finished 14th, but it was the sort of the start of the season and moving on into sort of after Christmas. A little bit, they sort of did what Charlton did in the Championship. Obviously, they survived, but yeah, I'm not so sure. But I've gone with 12th, and we'll see how they do. In 13th, we have Doncaster. Now, Doncaster are a funny side. You don't sort of know which Doncaster's going to turn up. They finished 9th last season on points per game, which I think is a brilliant finish for them. Whether I think they can challenge again, I'm not so sure, but only time will tell. Obviously, I'll be doing a video when the fixtures come out, so that can give you some sort of idea, because I'll obviously predict the fixtures and do results that way, and do another league table. So this league table could easily change, as I've already said. Moving on to 14th, and I've got Gillingham. I think Gillingham are a very good side. I feel that they are capable on their day of beating sides, but I think what lets them down is their away form a little bit. Obviously, Gillingham fans, let me know what you think. I do think that they are a decent side, but I'm not so sure if they can challenge. Into 15th, and I've got Lincoln City. I think Lincoln had a very good season last year for their first season in the division, and they held their own. They had some pretty interesting results as well. As we look here at my notes, they finished 16th in the end. So I think that's, for your first season, that's what you want to do. You want to survive, which they've done. So I think they'll beat better that by a place and finishing 15th. So in 16th, I've gone with Burton Albion. Not so sure Burton are going to have the best season. They are a good side. They did really well when they were in the Championship. But I just feel that they've got a little bit weaker with respect, and I'm not so sure what they're going to bring to League One next season. But it's a tricky place to go, so they will pick up enough points to survive. 17th, I've got Plymouth Argyle. Plymouth, obviously, again, along with Crewe and Swindon, were promoted, and I think that they'll definitely hold their own. I think they'll do well in this league. They've got a good manager. They've got a strong base squad, but I think they'll emulate what Lincoln did and just sort of survive. Not be too worried about relegation, but they'll certainly survive in the division. 18th, now I've got Wigan Athletic. Now I know this is a controversial choice. The only reason that I've gone with Wigan is I'm not sure yet what is going to happen with them. I don't know if this takeover is going to happen. We don't know how many players they're going to lose. Are they going to have to do what Bolton did and play youth players? We don't know. So, like I said, this league table may change towards the start of the season. I may do another prediction video. And to be fair, I've probably been a little bit too harsh on Wigan, but that's not anything personal. I just hope that they do get the situation sorted. But at the moment, I'm looking at this basically on now. And the Wigan now, if they were to be in League One next season, how they are, I could see them having a difficult season. I don't think they'll go down. I think they'll have more than enough to stay up. But I think they'll struggle. But that's just an opinion. So moving on to 19th, I've got Accrington Stanley. Now, I don't think Accrington are going to have a good season at all. They're holding their own in League One, but they're starting to get found out and they're starting to struggle a little bit. And I think they need some really good signings. Otherwise, they might find themselves, in a lot of trouble. Don't do these videos when you've just woke up. In 20th, and just outside the relegation zone, I've got MK Dons. So yes, I will just stop you there. Yes, it means I have got Swindon to get relegated. That is nothing to do with the rivalry, and I will explain why in a minute. But with MK Dons, they always have, they've got a chance to have a good season, but their squad's taken a little bit of a battering recently, and I'm not so sure how they're going to do. But I do see them just about surviving. Because when I look at the 4 teams I've got in there, but then to be fair, at the 5 I've got left, I think they could possibly all chop and change, to be fair. So let's get this out of the way in a sense. In 21st, I've got Swindon Town just missing out on survival and getting relegated back to League 2. This has got nothing to do with the rivalry, nothing at all. I've looked at this openly and honestly, and I don't think the Swindon squad is strong enough. They've lost Ewan Doyle. He's gone not only back to Bradford, but now to Bolton. They're going to lose a few players. I'm not sure yet who they're going to sign. Yes, they've got the money from promotion, but like I said, my prediction for this league can change, and it might change depending on who they bring in. But at the moment, with all the respect due, I just don't feel that Swindon are going to have enough to stay up. But they could prove me wrong, and guys, feel free to hammer me for it next May if they do. 22nd, I've got Rochdale. I worry for them. I don't think that their team is strong enough. Again, I could be completely wrong. I just don't feel that they're going to have enough. And that's why I've got them in 22nd. The last two places, 23rd, I've got Shrewsbury Town, and 24th, I've got AFC Wimbledon. Now, the reason I've got AFC Wimbledon to finish bottom is they had a really, really, really poor season last year. And the only reason that I believe they survived, one was coronavirus, but two was that Bolton had already got a 20-odd point, 30-point deduction. Southend were playing shocking. And Tranmere just about fell apart on FFP. So I just think AFC Wimbledon got away with one there, and personally, I don't see them surviving next season. I think they may just finish bottom, but that's no disrespect to the club. 23rd is Shrewsbury Town. Laurent has already signed for Reading. On Tuesday, he's having his medical, so he's a vital miss for them. Thank you for him. I'm not sure who else they've really got there. So I do worry for Shrewsbury Town. I'm not saying, again, like with all of these teams, I'm not saying they're going to have a bad season. I just don't feel that they're going to be strong enough to survive. But obviously, we will see. So guys, about now, yep, the League One table I've just predicted will come up. So you can have a little look now while I'm talking. This is where I've got my predicted teams for now. This is not where I think they're going to finish towards the end of the season, in the sense that obviously, transfers and things are going to happen. So I will come back and do another one. I just wanted you guys to have a video to watch and enjoy. So guys, that is the League One prediction table. I'm going to do a second video now for League Two. I hope you guys enjoy that. Thank you very much for watching. Please continue to like and subscribe. I really appreciate all the help and support that I'm getting. So, hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Take care and see you soon.